guys, it's Mrs. Dixon here. We're starting a brand new unit today. We are on topic 13, which is about shapes. I have this really cool bag of math manipulatives here, and these are all examples of some different shapes. So I need to look at these shapes, and we need to kind of try to sort them and see how we could group these shapes so that it would make sense. I'm looking, and I see a little shape. It's really small. And I see a really big shape. You know, I'm going to sort these based on their size. So I'm going to put all my little shapes up at the top. Yeah, there's 3 of them. I'm noticing this shape right here. This shape is called a triangle. I know it's a triangle because it has 1, 2, 3 sides, and it has 1, 2, 3 points. Those points have a very special name. Those points are called a vertice. So this has 1, 2, 3 vertices, and it has 3 sides. We can also call this an edge. So it has 3 sides or 3 edges. So I see that small shape is there. Then I have this giant shape. I'm going to put this giant shape down here. Now I'm going to go to my next smallest shape. Would it go this way? Or would it go this way? Because this way it's small, but that way it's really tall. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking maybe sorting these based on size is not the best way to sort them. So look at these. What do you think? What do you notice? What's another way that I could sort these shapes? Well, I'm noticing all my little ones up at the top row up here, they're all green. I could sort these based on their color, because look, here's 2 blues. So I can put all my blues together. Yeah, well, I could do that. There's my blues. And then, I've got red shapes there. I can put those together. And I've got some orange ones here. Oh, and some tan shapes. Let me put my tan shapes all together. So I've got 5 tan shapes, and I've got some orange shapes and some yellow shapes. There, I've sorted my shapes based on color. All right. I'm looking at my shapes, and I'm noticing something. We talked about vertices and edges, and I noticed this triangle has 1, 2, 3 vertices. And remember I looked at the big giant shape? This shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices. I wonder what the other shapes have. Because this is a triangle with 3 sides and 3 vertices, and I know any shape that has 6 sides or 6 vertices is going to be called a hexagon. I wonder what these other shapes are. Well, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. I think I know what that's called. I think that might be called a parallelogram. And I know that because these sides are parallel, which means that they are equal. They're facing the same direction, and they're traveling the same direction. So my 2 fingers are parallel. If I turn my fingers this way, as long as they travel together, they're parallel. So these 2 edges are also parallel because they're traveling sideways, exactly the same way, or the same direction. And these are traveling up, or diagonal, in the same direction. So let's go back. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, and 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Let's look at this shape. 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, and 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Is that a parallelogram? No. Because I see that these 2 lines are parallel because they're traveling in the same direction. But this line and this line, or these edges, they're traveling in different directions. They're kind of like making a V. I think I know what that shape is called, though. That shape is called a trapezoid. Yep, it is. I remember that now. Okay, I'm looking at this shape, my tan shape. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, and 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Ooh, this is what we called in kindergarten a diamond, but we're not going to call it a diamond anymore because 2nd graders call this a rhombus. And this shape has 1, 2, 3, 4 edges and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. Oh, this shape is called a square. I know it's a square because it has 2 sets of parallel lines, like the parallelogram, but each one of the sides or the edges are the same exact length, kind of like the parallelogram, But there's one special thing about it. If we look at the parallelogram and the square here, I can see these vertices are different. Each one of these vertices on the square are exactly the same measurement. These each measure 90 degrees. So we're measuring the vertices or the angles on the corners of the shape. And here I can see these two angles are really, really wide. And then these angles, they're really narrow. So these vertices are not the same. But I know a triangle is a triangle because it has 3 sides and 3 vertices, and a hexagon is a hexagon because it has 6 sides and 6 vertices. But what do I do about all of these other shapes here? Because they all have 4 sides and 4 vertices. And as I look at them, we're missing one. Because what about the rectangle? The rectangle also has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, or 4 corners on it. So what do I do about all of these shapes that all have 4 sides and 4 vertices? Oh, these shapes all have a very special name. They fit into a category. It's kind of like beverages. So I am here and I have some Gatorade, or I have some water. They're both beverages, right? Yeah. But they're different because water is plain and Gatorade has something added to it. So these are kind of like those beverages that they're all 4-sided shapes, but there's something special about them. Any shape that has 4 sides is called a quadrilateral. They're called quadrilaterals. Let's look at this. What do you notice about the word? I see the word quad in here. Quad has a very special meaning, and quad means 4. Have you ever ridden on a quad? It's also known as a 4-wheeler. You usually take it off-roading, have a lot of fun with them. So we're thinking of these as quads or quadrilaterals because they all have 4 edges and 4 vertices. Okay, so we're going to now get into our book and we're going to look at our lesson for today. And we're going to be looking at shapes with 3 sides and 3 vertices. And these are called a triangle. We're going to look at shapes that have 4 sides and 4 vertices. And we just learned that those are all called quadrilateral shapes. We're going to look at shapes that have 5 sides and 5 vertices. Do you know what that shape is called? A shape with 5 sides and 5 vertices. Pentagon. And then you remember our shape with 6 sides and 6 vertices. That is called a hexagon. So 3 sides, 3 vertices is a triangle. 4 sides, 4 vertices is a quadrilateral. Remember, there's different types of quadrilaterals. Any shape with 5 sides and 5 vertices is called a pentagon, and anything with 6 sides and 6 vertices is called a hexagon. Now let's get started on our work. We see our very first page of our workbook here, and I actually made some photocopies of it because I'm going to write all over it, but I want to write on it a couple of times. So I'm looking here, and we want to try to find all of the triangles. That's pretty easy. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles, right? Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, 1, 2, 3 sides, 1, 2, 3 vertices. Oh, wait, that's a triangle too. 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute. 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 1, 2, 3 vertices. Oh, there's 10 triangles here. But I want you to notice something else. What happens if I do this? Look, 1, 2, 3 sides, 1, 2, 3 vertices. Oh, so that's triangle number 11. And then we have 1, 2, 3 sides here. Let me outline it really quick on something a little bit darker. We have 3 sides, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 vertices. So that's triangle number 12. And if we look again, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 sides there. So I actually have 13 triangles being shown in this one shape. And I identified the triangles based on the sides and the vertices. As we go into our book, we're going to look at that vocabulary a little bit more clearly. Triangles have 3 sides and 3 vertices. That one point right there, that one corner by itself, is called the vertex. We already talked about quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals are shapes that have 4 sides and 4 vertices. Wow. Can you name all these shapes? This is a square. Remember that one? It's a trapezoid. We have a parallelogram. That's that diamond that we're now going to call a rhombus. What's that one? I don't know the name of that shape. It looks kind of like a kite. Right. But it's not quite perfect because this line is a little bit longer than that one. This shape doesn't actually have a name. The name of this shape is quadrilateral. Just like our pentagons here. This looks kind of like a baseball diamond. This is called a pentagon. That's a small one. This is a larger pentagon. This pentagon has a pointier vertex here. What is this shape called? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 sides. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. So that is called a pentagon because it has 5 sides and 5 vertices. Let's look at these hexagons. That's what I know as a hexagon. Oh, so is that. That hexagon, there's the top line there. If we just take it and turn that top line, we'll see this shape. But what is this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. It has 6 lines. And it also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices. So it's a hexagon also. These are not hexagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Way too many. So our task today is to go through and identify what kinds of shapes these are.